Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly show you a tutorial of how to use these actions. So here you go, we got all 14 actions here, and as you can see the baby skin is not looking so amazing. To be honest, this image is not my favorite either because the eyes are not that sharp, but I did pick this one because the skin was pretty good to show you the tutorial with. As you can see, the baby is a little bit pink, purple, grey. I don't know, I can't really tell what color it is, but it's not looking very flattering. So we can try and fix that by using almost only the actions. So the first thing we do, I always start with the silky smooth skin. Um, the reason why I start with the action and not do any hand editing first is I used to do it the opposite. I used to first try and tackle all the little marks on the baby skin and then go and sort of smooth the skin with the action. And then I figured that I'm not doing it right. What I should be doing is I should be first clearing the skin as much as I can using the action and then see what is left, and whatever is left I can just fix quickly. So that really just changed the way I work and really made my work much faster. So as you can see, there's a pop-up message here that just gives you some instructions, and some of the actions here would have a pop-up message like that, some wouldn't. I just think that some of them are pretty easy to understand. So I'm just going to click continue. The Silky Smooth Skin would be the longest action to load. Just give it some time and it would do it. What I'm going to do, because I want to show you how the action is actually working, I'm not going to do a perfect work right now. All I do is um, just show what it is capable of. So I'm going to go 100%. Usually I'm just going to go much lower than that. And I'm just going to quickly go around the baby skin just to show you what is happening. There you go. So as you can see, it's as I go along, it's just smoothing the skin and making it pretty clear. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and I'll show you before and after. There you go. So you can see how many of these marks just disappeared. I'm gonna go with the opacity here a little bit lower because I would never really use 100% on baby. It's just not my kind of style. You know, it's a little too much, and I do like to leave the texture on. The other thing I have here is the flatten image. So you know how you usually go layer flatten image, it's right there. So just to make it easier, you also have it here. So quickly press on that and you are ready to move on to your next action. So next action would be reduce redness. It's a very strong action, so when you use it, just reduce it to a lower opacity and simply go around the baby and yeah, just keep tapping till you get a nice color. Well, you won't really get a nice color. All you do in this section is remove the red, but we will fix the color later. Okay, so I didn't want to do it too much today. Let's just go a little more in areas like that. Let's see if it did anything before and after. So yeah, as you can see, it did it pretty well. There's a few areas that you can still go around and fix, and I'm really doing it badly right now, just simply clicking on random areas. Sorry, ignore that. There's a little bit of extra opacity here if needed, and you can play this action a few times until you reach um, the correct look. There you go. Let's quickly go and flatten the image again. You know what? Before I flatten the image, I just want to show you another before and after. There you go. So you can see there's a huge difference already. Flatten image. Next one would be soft skin tone. So you get a pop-up message there as well, just explaining what we got. Soft skin tone. Let's just go a little bit lower, and I'll show you what we get when we play with this one. So I'm just going to go around and simply paint over the baby with a new skin tone. That's sort of taking away all the cold tones on the baby's skin, and I can also just adjust the opacity, and I can make it stronger if needed, if I feel like I need the baby to be a bit warmer in some areas. I can just go and re-click it. Can I say that? I'm not sure. But yeah, you just click again and repaint it. There you go. Before and after. So it's pretty dramatic change. The only thing I would say is I will avoid covering the eyes and the lips completely. I mean, I would kind of go around it, but not on the actual lips. I did it today, but it's just for the tutorial. Okay, another thing I wanted to show about this one is that you can change the color of it. So say that this color is not exactly the skin tone you're interested in, and you have, I don't know, a darker baby. There you go. You just click darker, and you get a darker shade of it. Or if you want to create some shadows around the baby. So you can play with this action a little bit further and find what looks best for your image. Just reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, let's flatten the image. And the next one would be Warm Glow. So Warm Glow is also it's more like a warm yellowish tones that sort of pop the baby skin tone and really makes it nice and warm. And I do love using it after using the rest of the actions. I just sort of bring the baby color, show it a little bit. There you go. So I hope you can see the difference, but it really fixed the baby's skin tone and it looks much better. Flatten that image, and add light is just another action to add light if needed. If you need to add light, I don't think I need to add light in this particular image. Sharpen eyes and lips, I usually use this action on 100%. All I need to do is to make this, make the brush really small for that, and what I want to do is work very specific on the areas that needed to be sharpened. It could be, I don't know, toe sharpening, you know. So quickly go before and after so you can see the difference. Do a little bit on the toe. So just click that. So if I need to sharpen an area, specific area in the picture that is not sharp enough, it would be just as good for that one as well. Flatten image. And the next one is eye glow. This would just make the eyes look sharper and with more saturation and kind of pop out, you know, like the iris would be very vivid, very clear. And a lot of people are asking me, so what do you do with the eyes? How are they so sharp and so clear? So these are the actions that I'm using. I'm using the eye glow, And I also got the volumized lashes. So the volumized lashes are used on a very low opacity and simply go on almost individual lashes and just make the lashes a little bit darker and even longer. Blush, cheeks and lips, that's just what it is. It's adding some blush. On the lips you need to be a little more careful not to go around, but I'm just going to go quickly before and after and show you. I hope you can see that. Before, after. I use it on all of my my portraits. What else have we got here? Layer matte. So yeah, layer matte is one of the the basic one I always use. I'm really loving this action, and I almost never use it so strong. So I always go a little bit less with the opacity, and just really adjust it to what I need. I also often go to the middle of the baby area and just sort of remove it from face or features that I want to pop out a little more. I do leave it on the edges of the baby because it's just making the baby soft and sort of blend better with the background. The other action would be, let's just flatten the image, the other would be there, the warm vignette. So it is what it is, it just did what it says it would do, it's just a dark brown vignette. What you can do, you can double click on the action and drag the point where you want it to be. You can also make the center larger, so the center would be the more white area. So and simply just adjust it and make it work with your image. What I did right here is to drag the lighter point to the light direction, so just enhancing the whole light direction, and I like it. Just makes it a little more dramatic. And next one would be reduce saturation. So it does what it says. It's simply reducing saturation from areas that I don't want the saturation to be so strong. And the background blur, it is what it is as it says. I'm on 100% right now, so it's a little bit harsh. But you can simply see how easy it is to just create a softer look on the image. And sometimes I really want to, if I do the composites, the digital backgrounds, the backdrops, so sometimes I do need to fix a lot of the areas in the image and blur it. It could be the outline of the baby just to match it to the depth of field. So it's just an easy way of, instead of using this action here, which is pretty lame to be honest, I just simply click on my action and it makes it easy and fast. I'm just going to click on before and after again, after, before and after, and that's what it does. So again, I'm going to press on the flatten image again, and sometimes when we pile a few actions and something happened like an error or it doesn't really work because we didn't flatten the image, like Silky Smooth Skin would always look for the background and it could get a bit confusing for the action. So it would highlight the action in red, basically saying there's an error and you need to stop the action. And if you're not sure what to do, you can just simply reset it by pressing these lines. You press these lines and it stops the action and reset it. So it won't reverse the image to anywhere or anything like that. It's simply just stopping the error that happened, or error, how do you say it? Error, like the mistake or whatever. Yeah, let's just quickly go and show what would be the last thing that I would do. I like to use the patch tool. If you see a few bits that still need to be fixed, I can hand edit my image to remove a few more bits that not really looking right in the image, and give it a few more moments to do that. But in total, the whole process is really fast, and the baby is turning from looking really, like that. Let's just quickly try and see if we can. Let's save this one. I just want to save it, and I just want to show you a quick before and after now. Save that now. That didn't do anything because it's so slow when I'm doing the video, so I'm just trying to make it as fast as I can. Okay, there we go. So you can see before and after, and we really almost did nothing but using the actions. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? All right, so that is it really. So that's what I do. And if you do need to adjust a few more points or do something else in the image, then you just go and tweak your image, and just make sure you don't work like sort of like a robot, one by one, but you do work and create the image that you think would look best, and with the style that you like. So I hope you like that tutorial. I know it's a little bit long, but I really wanted to show you all the bits there. And if you got any questions, please let me know. Just write me below, and I'll do my best to answer all of it. So thank you so much. See you later.